Hello student, welcome back all of you in your physical education game part class. Today we are going to continue our lesson cricket and chapter number 1. So till the topics bowling we finished our last video lecture and today we are going to start from the fielding. So open your books as page number 54. So let's start from fielding. Fielding, all 11 players on the fielding side take the field together. One of them is the wicket keeper who operates behind the wicket being defended by a batsman on strike. Keeping is normally a specialized occupation and his primary job is to gather deliveries that the batsman does not hit so that the batsman cannot run by. He wears specially gloves and the pads to cover his legs. Owing to his position directly behind the striker and the wicketkeeper has a good chance to getting the batsman caught off the fine edge from the bat. He is the only player who can get a batsman stumped. Apart from the one currently bowling, the other 9 fielders are tactically deployed by the team captain in chosen position around the field. These positions are not fixed but they are known by specific and sometimes colorful names such as slip, third man, silly, and there are always many unprotected areas in the field. The captain is the most important member of the fielding side as he determines all the tactics including who should bowl and he is responsible for setting the field, though usually in consultation with the bowler. In all forms of cricket, if a fielder gets injured or become ill during a match, a substitute is allowed to field instead of him. The substitute cannot bowl, act as a captain or keep wicket. The substitute leaves the field when the injured player is fit to return. Next topic is batting. At any one time, there are 2 batsmen in the playing area. One of the batsmen remains at the striker end to defend the wicket and score if is possible. The other batsman takes the position at the non-striker's end. The batsmen come into the a batting order decided is the captain of the team. The top batting positions are usually given to the most competent batsman in the team. Though it is a not mandatory, so when the wicket falls, any player who has not yet batted may be sent for batting. If a batsman retires due to injury, he is actually not out. A substitute in such case is not allowed, but he may resume if he is not extremely injured. If he is able to bat but not run, the another player may run for him. Our next is runs. The primary concern of the batsman on strike is to prevent the ball hitting the wicket and secondarily is to score run by the hitting the ball with his bat so that he and his partner have to time to run from one end to pitch of the other before the fielding side can return the ball. To register a run, both runners must touch the ground behind the crease with either their bats or their bodies. Each completed runs increment of the scores. More than one run can be scored for a single hit, but hits worth one of 3 runs are common. The size of the field is such as is usually difficult to run 4 or more. To compensate for this, hits that reach the boundary and the field of automatically awarded for runs for the ball touch at the ground to the boundary or 6 run if the ball clears the boundary on the full. The batsmen do not need to run if the ball reaches or crosses the boundary. Hits for 5 unusually are generally rely on the help of overthrow by the fielder returning the ball. If an odd number run is scored by the striker, the 2 batsmen have changed ends and then who one was non-striker is now the striker Only the striker can score individual run, but all runs are added to the team's total. The decision to attempt a run is ideally made by the batsman who has the better view to ball progress, and this is communicated by calling yes, wait, or no are often heard. Running is calculated risk because if a fielder breaks the wicket with the ball while the nearest batsman is out of his ground, so batsman is run out. A team score is reported in terms of the number of runs scored and the number of the batsmen that have been dismissed. Now, extras. Additional run can be gained by the batting teams as extra due to error made by the fielding side, and this is achieved in four ways: no ball, wide, and leg bye. So first we are going to discuss about the no ball. A penalty of on one extra that is considered by the bowler if he breaks the rule bowling either by using an inappropriate arm action, overstepping the popping crease, having a foot outside the return crease. In addition, the bowler has a reball the ball. In limited over matches, a no ball is called the ball if the bowling team's field setting fails to comply with the restrictions. In shorter formats of the game, the free hit rule has been introduced. If the bowler crosses the popping crease with his front foot at the point of the delivery, a no ball will be called. This will result in a free hit of the batsman where the by the he is safe from losing his wicket except for being run out wide. A penalty of one extra that is conceded by the bowler if he bowls so that the ball is out of the batsman's reach, and as with no ball, a wide must be rebowled. By extras awarded if the batsman misses the ball and it goes past the wicketkeeper to give the batsman time to run in the conventional way, leg bye. Extras awarded by the if the ball hits the batsman's body but not his bat and it goes away from the fielders to give a batsman time to run in conventional way. When the bowler has bowled a no ball or a wide, his team incurs in an additional penalty because that ball has to be bowled again, and hence the batting side has the opportunity to score more runs from this extra ball. The batsmen have to run unless the ball goes to the boundary or foul to claim byes or leg byes, but these only count towards the team total, not to the striker individual total for the which run must be scored off the bat. So student, I am going to finish our lesson here only, and so still here so many topics are remain. So in next lecture we will start from the dismissal of batsman. So if you have any doubt, you can contact me. So read it properly and learn properly. Thank you. Have a nice day.